Good afternoon, participants. Today, day 3, session 6. Topic is SDN architectures going to handle by Professor Dr. B. Amuda ma'am, Professor and HOD of CSC, Computer Science Engineering Department, School of Computing, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. Before starting of the session, giving an introduction about our chief guest by Ms. Devanagi ma'am. I call upon Devanagi ma'am to give an introduction.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
So, good afternoon to one and all present over here. On behalf of ECE department, it's my immense pleasure to welcome our today's resource person, Dr. B. Amuta madam. So, she completed her PhD from Anna University in the year of 2012, MA Computer Science in Madras University in the year of 2002. She completed MCA Computer Applications from Bharatdasan University in the year of 2001. So BE Instrumentation and Control Engineering from Annamala University in the year of 1994. So she is very familiar with MATLAB and Scilab tools. So currently she is working as a head of department, head of computer science department in SRM University. So she published 7 papers in SCI journals. So in 28 papers in Scopus and 6 conference proceedings, international conference proceedings. So 20 international and national conferences. And ma'am published 4 book series. So 2 patent obtained. So she got many awards like IET Woman Engineer Award, NGM Award, EMC Academic Alliance Award. So 100% result in different engineering subjects. And also CSC Association Coordinator and Faculty Advisor for IET Association. So ma'am has professional membership in IET and ISCA. So once again, I welcome you, ma'am. We are eagerly waiting to hear your presentation. So,
Thank you so much for the nice introduction,
thank
madam.
you.
Actually, I got my PhD from SRM University under the guidance of Dr. M. Ponaviko, and he is a very familiar man. Everybody knows, I think. He was acting as vice chancellor in government organizations, also government universities, Sri Bharatdasan University, and he worked and he emulated many things in Tamil Virtual University, and he having very good contact with the government organizations, and he brought a lot of laurels to wherever he works. And I'm being proud to be the research scholar of Dr. M. Ponaviko and got my degree from SRM University. Thank you so much for your nice introduction. And I thank the organizing team, the HOD and Vasant, and also Chandrasekhar sir and everyone for giving me the opportunity to be a part of your SCTP. And the topic which is given is you have come out any radio companion and USRP. We also worked a lot with some of the projects have been done by us in GNU radio and USRP. Also, we worked with cognitive radio and software defined radio. So I thought that you'd be calling me to do something with that. Anyhow, it is associated. The topic which is given to me is software defined networking architecture and other stuff with it, associated with software defined networking. So this is also in connection with IoT and optimization techniques. And this is one of the optimization techniques in addition to GNA radio, uh, IoT, and USRP. So data optimization is in connection with software defined networking, and how it is connected with software defined networking that we can see. And this is the flow of my presentation, introduction, software defined network. And coming to introduction and software defined network, we'll be dealing with traditional network and the differences between traditional networks and software defined network under phase one. And software architectures, how the software defined network architecture has been evolved, and how many people are involved in that, in developing that particular architecture. And what are the protocols associated with the software defined architecture, and why it is called as open flow, what is open network foundation, and what are the protocols associated with that, how the networking paradigm has been evolved into the next generation type of networks, so that it is called as SDN, and why it is open flow, and what is open network foundation, and what are the other protocols associated with that. That you can see in phase have different types of virtualization techniques: server virtualization, memory virtualization, storage virtualization, network virtualization. All these are the four types of virtualization techniques. Virtualization is done with respect to software-defined network as because it deals with a network. We used to call it as a hypervisor, so which makes virtualization possibly under software-defined network as because it is going to do some kind of operation with the networking. So it is called as a hypervisor. And my next phase is find the data center, how your data center will work. You, as because you belong to EC department, and I think you may be connected with computer science and engineering also. ECE and computer science, most of the people who are working are ECE and computer science, they are inseparable, whereas all the hardware components and software components we have to deal with. So whenever a data center is known for its infrastructure and why a data center is required, what is a data center? Almost all the companies you may be knowing. In ECE, you may be knowing about Texas Instruments and many companies, VA Microsystems and NI, National Instruments, and coming to software companies, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, many companies are there. All these top Microsoft, all these companies are having their own data centers. So these data centers, whether they are applying SDN stuff into that, and whether they are converting their data centers from software traditional network paradigm into software-defined data centers, that also we can see in the next phase. And the research problems and other applications will be seen in the last phase. So my presentation flow will be of 5 phases. We'll look into that one by one. So phase 1 deals with introduction of traditional network and software-defined networking principles. So at the start, actually at the year 2012 in England, so some of the research scholars, they came out with a paper, how the abstraction of the networking functionalities can be done using some software-defined policies. And after that, after some time, AT&T, it keeps an eye on the flexibility and cost savings with the existing new network design. So it was published in the journal in 2014. So how they can upgrade their internal network infrastructure? Actually, a network used to consist of computing systems, routers, switches, gateways, and other Ethernet cables, and other LAN cables or WAN cables, and along with other hardware components. If it is a wired network, and we can also go for wireless networks. And whereas in wired networks, the medium of communication is through cable, and whereas in wireless networks, the medium of communication is here. So that everybody knows the RF medium we will be using. So we will be talking about the wired infrastructure. And when any wireless communication is a part of, it is having connection with the wired infrastructure. Wireless infrastructure, definitely it will be having connection with the wired infrastructure. The wireless infrastructure cannot act alone. So that we know. So AT&T, what they have done, they want to expand their network. So every time they will be expanding their network every 18 months to keep up with the current demands for the network. The demands will be increasing. So when the demands of the network increases, when we have to use the internet often, how it is trending. You are using Twitter, all the WhatsApp, and all the Facebook and other social networks. When you are using social networks, when anything is happen unnaturally, and or if it is an emergency, demonetization is an example, and the +2 results or any election results, and the information about any of our favorite celebrities. So all these are some of the information which we are very much interested in. So when these type of informations occur, when these type of events occur in the world, what happens actually? So all the people, they started communicating or started getting connected to the internet. They want to grasp the information from the internet. So a lot of hits will be there. So when a lot of hits are there, to cope up with all the hits, we need the capacity of the servers to give the information on and off at any point of time to the people without any delay, because people are not interested to wait for even for a single second or millisecond. They want the information on board at any point of time. So that is why we do not want any delay in the network. So if it is that case, So the demand will increase. When the demand will increase, when the demand will reduce, or evaluation of a new product, a new car, like BMW or some other car, or unmanned ground vehicles, or this Tesla car, or any car, Audi car, or whatever it is. So any new vehicle comes into the market, automatically you want to know about the features of the vehicle. So definitely the kids will get interested. So these are some of the examples where the people available in the world, they want to get a lot of information from the internet. So that is why demand of utilizing the network gets increased. So what happens to the dollars? What happens to the cost? The cost will increase beyond a particular amount. So what happens? The switch cost. We need a lot of the company wants to borrow, or the company wants to establish a lot of switches, lot of routers, lot of gateways, and the existing infrastructure has to be increased. Other costs are also involved. Manpower is also cost, which is involved in establishing the network. So finally, what happens? AT&T has decided to have SDN capable switches, so that why shouldn't the existing network can become an SDN based network? So the networking industry